Tell everyone you know. The wait is over. 98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
Stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. 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 Seasons change, but you're the same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. 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 I am a lucky one.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Saturday's for Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm your host today. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and you already know every Saturday we talk about love, culture, traditions, and all the real life issues behind saying I do. Now, today's focus is one that touches, culture, identity, pride, and even ego. Traditionally, after marriage, a woman drops her father's name and takes her husband's name. But these days things are changing. Some women say this is my name, my identity, my brand, and others say marriage means becoming one, so the name should change. So our focus for today is the bride's maiden name. The bride's maiden name. And our question is, can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? Can she still keep answering her father's name after the wedding? You also can call in to be part of this conversation, because it's just going to be you and I. And number for you to call is 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Can the bride keep her father's name, after the wedding? After the wedding is done, that's usually when they'll say, okay, it's time for you to actually change your name, and everything. But these days, some people are saying, I don't want to change my father's name. We have this in our bloodline. We have this. My father's name is influential. There are different reasons that people give these days, and not everyone actually changes their name again. Some people believe a woman keeping her father's name is her personal choice. It should be her choice if she wants to change to her husband's name, or not. It should be her choice. They say a name doesn't change love, respect, or commitment. And for women who are professionals, doctors, journalists, business owners, creative, their name is their identity or reputation. If she has built a career or public image with that name, changing it would affect her work. That is how some people view it. And if they have known this person as Dr. This or whatever name represents, then the person shouldn't change it. But others say the father's names, the husband's name should overshadow all of that. Marriage is about unity, and sharing one name symbolizes becoming one family. They argue that keeping the father's name looks like refusing full commitment, and some people even say it's disrespectful to the husband. So culturally, many feel it can be disrespectful to the husband, especially in societies where the man is seen as the head of the home, and others worry it may confuse their children later. So what do you think about it? How do you view it? Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. Do you think it's okay for a bride to keep her father's name and keep answering her father's name even after the wedding? Like, we know how we used to be then, but since times are changing and new things are coming in, and some people are beginning to practice new things, then it's more like we have to actually talk about it because it's happening these days. So do you think it should be her choice? Like, if she decides she wants to keep that name, some people will say, well, I come from the family of let's use an example, the governor, and I want that name. I want to be recognized as that. I want that name to pass down, so people can keep knowing me as that. And the name is even stronger than my husband's name. So I feel like that is the name I should carry. Also, people will say I was known as Dr. This, Dr. That, Barrister this, and all of that. So if that is what people have known me for, that is what I've built my, career and everything like that upon. So changing it now would affect, how it is. So as a man, would you think that is okay? Like, if your wife wants to keep her, father's name, would you be okay with that? Or would you hurt your pride? Or would you consider that disrespectful? And also, as a woman, do you think it is okay for a bride to keep her father's name even after the wedding? They have gotten married, they're sealed, everything and all of that. Do you think it is actually okay? Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? Can she still keep bearing that name even after the wedding? Call in and tell us what you think. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hello.
Gadovilla.
From
My
where?
name is I'm calling from Gadovilla. My name is Wisdom.
Okay. Wisdom, welcome to the show.
All right, thank you.
There's something that
personally-
keeps beeping from in the background. Do you think you could maybe leave where that is?
Yeah, I'm driving actually.
Oh, okay.
It's off. Yeah. Personally, I don't even know who brought about the idea of a lady changing the name to her husband's name. For me, as a man, I'm not okay with that in the first place.
Okay.
Because it doesn't change anything. My children should bear my name. My wife is free to bear her name. I don't think it's a crime, but people just want to bring out things and start extending it and creating problems and all of that. Why should a woman start changing her name all of a sudden because she gets married? You didn't give birth to that woman.
Okay.
There's no need to change a lady's name. For me, if I am the one to make the laws, I will make the woman should carry her name. You can bear your name. My children should bear my name.
Okay.
You can be addressed as the wife to this person, but shouldn't be that you change your name totally. I don't even see any meaning out of that at all.
Okay.
My children should bear my name. I don't see why you can, if you want to add my name to your own name is a different thing, but changing your name totally to start being called with my own name. I don't. For me, I only got married to the lady. I didn't give birth to her, so
Okay.
I don't see any reason why people should start making a big deal out of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, as a man, that's my own take.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Wisdom, for calling in to be part of the show. Well, we heard from Wisdom, and he says he finds it unnecessary to make a bride actually change her surname, to bear the husband's name after the wedding, because from his own point of view, he did not birth that woman. He didn't give birth to her, so there is no need wanting her to actually bear his name. If she wants to keep her name, then her son name she should, and if she wants to take his own name, then she should be free to make whatever choice she wants to, and then his own children can bear his son name because he birthed those ones, so they can actually bear his son name. But then for his wife, the wife should be free to do whatever she wants. So how do you look at it? If you have just joined us, this is Saturday's After Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning we are talking about the bride's maiden name. And the question is, can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? Can a bride keep bearing her father's name even after they have moved, after the wedding, and they have become your wife and all of that? Number for you to call is 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. You can call in and share with us, your opinion on our topic of discussion this morning. If you think it is okay for a bride to actually go on and then keep her father's name, if she wants to, or is it necessary? Would you find it disrespectful? Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Josimika. I'm calling from Otugo.
Okay, welcome to the show. So what do you think? Oh, okay, we lost that. But do not give up. A call back, and we need to hear your opinions on this, because there are some things that will be coming into society, and slowly it keeps getting included, and it just seems like, well, nobody's actually paying attention. But we have to pay attention to a lot of things and actually know if we are doing if we are going the right way, or are we destroying something that was better for everyone. So can a bride keep her father's name? Hello. Yes, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
I am fine, thank you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Adue Johnson.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from.
Okay, Adue Johnson, we lost that, but maybe call back and tell us if you think a bride can keep her father's name even after she has gotten married to the husband and all of that. Do you think that is okay, or do you find it disrespectful? Whether you're a man or a woman, this conversation is for you, and it's for you to actually share your own perspective, because if it doesn't mean if they are talking about what has to do with the bride, then it's not just like it's the men's opinion only that are going to be valid. Even your own opinion as women are also valid. So can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? Number for you to call is 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? As a man, would you find that okay? Do you think that would be disrespectful to you, or do you consider it something that is a must, or you actually don't care about it? Hello. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Martins Bamidele.
Okay, and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from North Bank.
Okay, so what do you think?
Those who say it doesn't matter. Any place there is no culture. If you don't have culture, Yoruba man will have culture. A strong culture. You can't marry a wife and she will go and bear her husband, her father's name again. No, it's total no, and it's total wrong, madam.
Okay.
So that is my take.
Oh, all right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Matthew, to be part of the show. Matthew says every place has its own culture, and then it's better to stick to that culture. If your culture is saying the bride must take her husband's name, after they get married, then not doing so, it's wrong. But all this culture is people that still made it. It's people that start together and then put this culture in place, and then people are living it, and then nobody is saying anything. Hello,
Good morning.
good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Moscow, Japan, calling you from Gadavila.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
So what do you think?
Well, the woman changing her name depends on personal decision.
Okay.
And if a lady is married, your identity is not of your father's anymore. Your
Okay.
identity is now your husband.
Okay, please move away from where your radio is a bit.
Okay.
I
I hope you're okay now.
Yes, we're fine.
But depends on the personality of the woman you are getting married to. She will also answer your name and also her father's name.
Okay.
Then, so on my own side, if my children are bearing my name, I'm very okay with that.
Okay.
Because you mentioned something there earlier that said some family get name that might take you far. So changing of name, people may not recognize you in the society the way they will.
Okay.
So if that should be the case, I would prefer you keeping your father's name.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. What's your name again?
Moscow, Japan, calling from Gadavila.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show this morning. Now, we heard from Moscow, Japan, and he says personally, from the way he views it, he would not have a problem with his wife wanting to keep her son name, or because sometimes that name is an influential name or a powerful name that that will make you stand out in society, and you're something. Then changing it to no longer be recognized, like he would not want his wife to do that as well. But then his children should bear his name. So what do you think? If you have just joined us, this is Saturdays Are for Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we on the show today we are talking about the bride's maiden name. And the question is, can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? Can she still continue bearing her father's name? You also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. Can a bride keep her father's name? How do you see that? Is it okay or is it not? You as a husband or you as a man, if you get married, would you think it's okay, for your wife to actually keep her father's name? Would you have a problem with that? Would you find it disrespectful? And also, as a lady, do you think it's okay? Should it be about choice? Some people have said it's every place has a culture, and they should just stick to that. But that as times are changing, some of those things are even coming out. So it has become necessary to even ask a question like that, because whether you ask it or not, people are changing, and things are going differently than it used to be back then. So what do you think? Can a bride keep her father's name or not, whether a man or a woman? How do you see it? Do you think it's okay for a bride to maintain her father's name? Some would say yes, like if that name is something that makes her stand out in the world. Maybe just imagine you married someone that came from a very reputable family, like let's say a very influential family, and the person was maybe the daughter of the president. Let's just use that. It could be anything, but let's say the person was the daughter of the president, and we're not talking about any particular president here. Just have it in your mind that it's maybe a president, and she was always known for that her father's name, and then she's saying she doesn't want that to change. She wants people to still recognize her as this is who she is. Or maybe she was a barrister and they knew her as barrister this, barrister that, and changing that name might make people to not know that it's still this barrister they're talking about. So these are some of the reasons that some people say, well, I don't want to change my name, I want to continue bearing my father's name because it was like this for me and it was like that. So whether a man or a woman, what do you think? Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? Number for you to call is 090 3648 5868. That is 090 3648 5868. Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding or not? Would you find that okay or not? Hello? Okay, we cannot hear you. Maybe call back again and let us hear your opinion on our topic of discussion this morning. If you think a bride can keep her father's name and that wouldn't be a problem, even if you're looking at it from a cultural perspective, you can still tell us. Or if you're looking at it from a personal decision and what your own values, because I believe everyone has things. Hello,
Good morning.
good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Eric from Yajungo.
Okay, welcome to the show, Merit.
Eric.
Okay, Eric, welcome to the show.
Thank you. For me, I don't have problem of bearing the name. Yes.
So
even hello.
yes, go on.
Because me, I don't have any issue. I didn't see any issue. Bear any name. It depends on the understanding. Just the understanding between two people. Yes, for my own take.
So Eric, are you married?
No.
Okay, so you're saying when you actually get married, if your wife says that they want to keep she wants to keep her father's name, you would have no issue with it at all?
I didn't see any issue. For me, I don't see any issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Eric, for calling in to be part of the show. Now, Eric is saying he doesn't see any issue with it. So, some people are saying, well, that is how it's supposed to. It's culture and it should remain. It's culture and it should remain. And other people are saying, well, if she wants to keep her name, then there is no issue at all. But that it's rare to actually see any man allow his wife to bear her father's name. So where are those men? Hello. Okay, we lost that, but maybe call back. Number for you to call is 090 3648 5868. That's 090 3648 5868. Hello.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, this is Barnabas Obuga calling from North Bank.
Welcome to the show, Barnabas.
Thank you, ma.
So what do you think?
For my own side, let me just say to my own side.
Mm.
And then due to how the culture of my own culture is, that is chief. I know if you just if you just married, probably you are going to change that name. You are not going to bear that your father's name again.
Okay.
Because you are a married person now. You are a person property.
Okay.
So to my own side too, if I'm married and you won't change that, you will tell me whether you like it or not. You must change.
Okay.
That is it. You must change because you are married, not your father again. Yes.
All right.
That's the contribution.
Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show, Barnabas. Okay. Well, we heard from Barnabas and he says if you are married, then you are somebody's you have become that person's property. Okay, we'll come back to that. Hello. Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Dr. Wewe calling from International Market.
Okay, Dr. Who?
Wewe.
Okay.
Just like he has said, we the teach people, let me say, as a married woman, you have dual names.
Okay.
You can still bear your father's name when your husband want to address you as one via, that is your father's name. Assuming you marry my daughter,
Okay.
you can call her one way
Mm.
and not her. You know, you are. I'm very sure you are referring to a situation where, the woman, when it comes to writing names,
Mm.
yes, that you can, bear your husband, write your husband name
Mm.
as your son name.
Okay.
So in this case, if maybe um, your husband family members
Mm.
decide to call you on your father's name, that's a different thing.
Okay.
So that's how we operate in our tea culture. We operate.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
you personally also, do you have a problem with it, or you're just sticking to it because it's culture?
I'm a tea man, so I go with my culture.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Weave, for calling in to be part of the show. Now, we heard him, and he says his culture demands that the bride actually bears her husband's surname. So, if your family members, that's if the bride's family members decide to call you with the name that they have always known you with, then that's fine. But then culture demands that you have to bear your husband's name. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Morning, ma.
Yeah, please move away from where your radio is.
Okay, I'm done with that.
Okay, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Blessing Onduna.
Welcome to the show, Blessed Nonduna. We can still hear your radio. Please, maybe just step a bit further away.
Okay.
Go.
As for me, I said when you are married, you cannot bear your father's name. As for me, I was in my father's house. They do call me one Vangi. Even like I'm a Kwandi girl from Kwandi, they do call me white Kwandi. You understand?
Yes.
As for now, if I'm writing a surname, I do write my husband's name, Onduna. So that is my opinion. You cannot write your father's name as your surname again, as far as you are married. Thank you. That's my opinion.
What's your name again?
Blessing Onduna.
Okay. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for calling Blessing Onduna. Blessing also says the right thing to do is when you get married to your husband, you're supposed to bear his name, because you're no longer in your father's house. You've moved to another person's house, and that is the name that you should bear. And like I said, we would have to come back to hello. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Happy weekend, Marysyntia.
Thank you so much. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Lord Calculus, calling from somewhere in Makodi.
Welcome to the show, Lord Calculus. So what do you say?
Yes, before I say anything, I'm having serious catastrophe, so please. I hope you mind my voice.
We'll try. Go on.
I hope you understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So your question, very interesting question. Very, very interesting. Especially because it's culture.
Okay.
What is law? Identity and belief.
Okay. I think your network is also contributing.
Okay.
Okay, go on now. I think I can hear you better. Go on.
Okay. So I have both answers. Can I answer both sides?
Yes, you can answer both sides.
It's okay. So that's why I say I want to balance the whole thing so that we understand very well.
Okay.
Yes. So can a bride keep answering her father's name after wedding? First of all, I would say yes.
Okay.
Can. And my first reason is I guess it does not end with marriage. It does not end with marriage. Yes. Marriage has a relationship. It does not erase the person's origin. A woman's name represents her personal identity, history, and achievement. Like somebody else said, I think you are the one that said Dr. Maiden because
Okay, I think it's really hard to hear you with the network. It's not just the cold issue again. So maybe try again and call back, and would hear you better, because I could hear you at some point and then it's breaking. So it's not just your cold again. So don't give up, still call back. Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? You also can call in to be part of this conversation, and number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. Hello? Yes? Yes, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Solomon. I am calling from P area.
Okay, welcome to the show, Solomon.
Yes. Concerning the topic we are discussing, I'm a minister of the gospel of God. And so I'll go to the Bible, then we can then come back, because I believe we all know that we are created. Marriage was ordained by God. You say in Genesis chapter 2, you say, for this reason, the man and the woman will leave their parents, okay?
All right.
And come together and become one flesh. And so, in fact, if we should go to chapter 3 of the same Genesis, it called them Adam.
Okay.
The two of them called them Adam. So that is the genesis of that. It is not right for a woman to be married and then be bearing her father's name. Because she has started, they have initiated a union of their own, a family of their own. So can a family be bearing?
Hello?
I don't think it is right. Spiritually, it's not right.
Okay.
You will find a lot of issues in such a family. There will be a lot of issues. So that is that. And then now let's even talk about man. You know that the man is the bearer of the seed.
Okay.
The man bears the seed. What the woman does is only to incubate. I use this word on this very FM. The people in the studio were laughing that I'm somehow trying to belittle the role of the woman. So all around that is the genesis of having what we are talking about.
Okay.
It's categorically not right for the woman to be bearing her own name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are just pursuing things that certain people, even in the US and Europe, you know that majority of them bear their husband's name.
Okay.
We only have where maybe the person, like if you talk of Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, you know Whitney Houston was already very well known, and so she attached her name to Brown's name in order to keep what is her trademark. Otherwise, even where we are copying that thing from, they bear the husband's name. So to me, that is that. It's a spiritual thing.
Okay.
So,
can I also ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Okay. You mentioned something that you have said it before, and then people were laughing at and all of that. So I just want to ask a question regarding that. You said the man is the bearer of the seed, right? And the woman is just incubator. But that would mean you're saying the bearer of the seed, should be more important, and should be the one that would, because of that, then he should be the one to cover with the whole name and all of that. His name should be bared.
Hello.
Yes,
hello.
go on.
Hello. That statement is not to belittle the role of the woman.
No, that's not where we're coming to. That's not where we're driving at. And if the woman is the incubator, just in your words, and it's more like it is not possible. You cannot make it happen. The bearer of the seed cannot also make it happen, without the incubator. So both parts are at, the other part is as more important as, the bearer of the seed as well. So would it be fair that these other parts too will struggle for the role? Because if you are putting it on that ground, then both are important. So why can't the other person also have her own choice, since she's also important?
Before I go ahead and try to answer you.
Okay.
Are you married?
No.
Are you married?
No,
Are you
no.
married?
No, not yet.
What? Okay, now, what about your mom? Which name is she bearing?
My mom bears my father's name, but that's personal. I just chose to tell you.
What about your grandparents?
They bear it. They bear their husband's name as well.
Well, in order not to drag, the whole thing is about starting a family unit. That's that. I'm not when I say that, it was in a different context. So
Okay.
this issue that the bearer of seed that we're talking about, it was not pertaining to name, whether to bear the husband name or the father's name.
But looking at it from the spiritual angle.
Okay. Yes, you need to be cohesive. You need to be together. You need to be one. You cannot be married and then you are having two different identities.
Okay.
Like in the Genesis where I quoted, you have violated the order of God. Who say you are same.
Okay.
You are no longer different. You left your parents. Both the man and the woman, they've left their parents to start their own family unit. So that is the bottom line. It's not right for them to be bearing different identities.
All right. So what's your name again, sir?
Solomon Ayaga is my name.
All right. Thank you so much
and I'm calling from a area.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to the part of the show. We heard from Solomon, and he says he will come from the biblical angle. And then from that angle, it is only right for a woman to bear her father's name, her husband's name, and not her father's name. Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning. Sorry, this is Jerome from International Market.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Jerome.
Yes.
Please move away from where your radio is.
Okay, sorry. Before I proceed, I would like to ask a question. Is there any difference between Miss and Mrs.?
Is there any difference between Miss and Mrs.? Yes.
Okay, I think when a lady is titled Mrs., it's showing that the person has married to someone, right?
Yes.
And if it is Miss, it seems it's a single lady, right? So if the lady is addressed Mrs. and the father's name follows, it seems the lady has gotten married to the father.
Oh, okay.
Is it proper to address it like that?
And that's for you guys to decide, actually. So let's hear you.
No, definitely. For me, I will not accept the lady to be bearing the father's name, because anywhere, even if it is written in a book in your absence and you are reading it out, the lady's name is written Mrs. It is expected that the name that follows is a surname of the husband, which will show that yes, this lady has married to this man. Then her own first name will come. I think that is proper instead.
Okay.
If the lady is addressed as Mrs., then the father's name follows. It seems the lady has gotten married to the father.
Okay.
No.
All right.
If that is the case, it should be addressed as Miss. Then the father's name will come instead.
Okay.
Because and again, when you mention business of a thing, services that the lady will offer, is it doctor or whatsoever, that doesn't affect anything. The business depends on the services you offer. Even if your name has changed, people will still refer you to the person that go to this so business. You can bear any name in your for your business, and people will still patronize.
All right.
Not because your father has potentials that people are coming. People are coming there for your service, for the services, not because of your father's potentials.
Okay.
Yes, for my own thinking, that is just it.
All right. So what's your name again?
Jerome from International Market.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. We heard from Jerome, and he says the bride should definitely bear her husband's name. And then he says when you get married, your title changes to Mrs., no longer Miss. So why would you want to, stick to, if they call you Mrs. and then call your father's name, it's more like you're married to your father. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Your network is still bad. I don't know what it is, but maybe reposition and let's hear again.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's really breaking. And okay, back to what Jerome said. The title, but title is to indicate that you are married. It's not really pointing hands at the person's name that comes after that, because for for what other people would care, it's more like if they call you that Mrs. They can even start by your name. Hello.
Yeah, Marysyntia, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Mr. Dennis Hangeior.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Dennis.
Yeah, I've been enjoying most of your topics, but some of these topics come very, very controversial.
Okay.
In my own opinion and my reasoning. One, especially in Nigeria, we're a patrilineal society, right?
Okay.
I am married to a lady. Before I get married to her, I must get to the parents, seek their consent, and then they will give their blessing. My own family will come, house will come, I pay the money. You understand? It's just like when you buy a property, it definitely means that the documents will have to be in your name. Okay. I'm not saying literally meaning that you're buying, but because this relationship, before it comes, formalized, you must have to meet the family of the bride, make some payments depending on how their culture is, you understand, and do some expenses. Then you bring the bride home. So once I buy something, even if I buy a car now, definitely the names of the papers will be my own name. So the woman in this way, even in where they are practicing matrilineal, like in Ghana, they may still pay the bride price.
Okay.
So, but it doesn't stop them from having a conversation that the man in question is the one who pays for most of the expenses that makes the union legal to call them husband and wife. So there is no ambiguity. To me, if somebody is married to a woman, the woman becomes automatically his own wife, and then she bears his name.
Okay.
There's nothing. Let's not be confusing our younger ones.
No, actually, it's not actually confusing them, because if you look at it now, things like that happen. We hear it happen. And when you ignore certain things and then not talk about them, then slowly, before you know it, we are talking like back then it used to be like this, and now it is like this. It's why we actually talk about it, not maybe trying to confuse other people. Instead, we're just providing clarity, getting people's opinions.
Well, let me take it a little bit further.
Okay.
Some ladies believe that because they are from a very well-to-do background, their name or their parents' name will open doors for them, and then for those reasons, it is better they still return part of their name. Well, if I'm Dennis today and my daughter gets married to John, and she still says her name is let's say Doshima Dennis Hangeior John. Well, the man's name is part of those identities, so maybe he would still overlook it.
Okay.
You understand? This whole thing is just about this this inequality of feeling that maybe some people are privileged, and then they look at it that they'll continue to do the things that they feel are right, even though they are wrong. And I'll tell you something. Let me tell you a story. When I was in Lagos, there was this lady who was from a very wealthy background. They were from Ikoyi. I mean, they had their house in Ikoyi. They went to those schools in Ikoyi and everything, and then studied abroad and everything. But when she came back, her father would send her sometime to the bank. I think it was UBA, and then one of the bank persons there, the girl fell in love with him. And the elder sister kept saying that this is just an ordinary banker. He has nothing. What is he going to offer you? So the parents and the mother especially was telling her that this guy does not belong to their class. But the girl said, well, this is who I really want to get married to. And they went ahead and conceived, and then it became very necessary that they have to marry each other. So the guy was staying in Sulere. This was an Ikoyi girl who has never, lived in the mainland. So when they were getting married, the father now gave them one of his houses in Lekki First One, very close to Ikoyi to stay. And they were staying, and then she wanted to have a baby in America, let the baby be American citizen. Of course, the parents had to the mother kept disturbing on the father paid to went. So the father now said, "This is what I was telling you. These are ordinarily things your husband would have done. He doesn't have those. So why did you choose that you must marry him?" So this issue kept going on and forth. So the father now said, "Okay, this house you are staying, you need to be paying. So let me get you a better job." So he actually got him a better job, and he started working and earning double figures. And then the moment the guy started working in that place, he secretly went to a place called Ogombo. As from Victoria Island on your way to Ekpe, after Lekki, after Aja, and bought a place, and I was building his house secretly, without even telling the wife. Until he was able to finish building her, because in this house that they even gave them, he was still asking to pay rent, because the man said, "I'll give you a good job, so you should be paying rent." So when he finished his house, he took his wife one weekend like that. They went to a place. She was saying, "Why are you taking us into the bush?" So he got to his house. Said, "This is the house I built. I can't continue." At this time, they already had like 2 or 3 kids. So I can't continue living and paying rent when I have my own house.
Okay.
So the decision was communicated to her father and the mother. They said no, they can't allow their daughter and their grandchildren to come and live in this kind of remote place. That the guy should look for somebody to rent while he's paying rent. He said, "No, I can't be paying rent when I have my own house."
Okay.
And they were forced to allow him to continue to stay in that house for free. And then he now rented his own house to another person. But what if he were not a wise person, he would still be just living in that kind of dreamline. You understand?
Yeah.
And the elder sister who felt that this guy was poor, I think she was 40. She was not yet married, because she felt that. So sometimes parents who are privileged, they think that they are protecting their daughters, but they're not helping them.
Okay.
You understand? Yes, the most important thing is that even you who is claiming that you have that money, maybe probably you started somewhere you didn't have. So if people are not thinking of helping each other by trying to build some family, they're not really helping each other.
Okay.
When you are married, forget the family you're coming from. You have left your family, you're going to start another family. Let that one be your primary concern. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show, Dennis. We heard from Dennis, and he says, when you are married, forget that family you're coming from, and the family in front of you that you got married into, let that one be your primary concern, and stop looking at things outside. And then it also gave an example, even when it comes to purchasing something, when you go and purchase something from the market, then it has your name on it. First, I would say that is not equating so somebody you're getting married to a property. He said that he's not trying to say he's equating a woman or the woman they are marrying to a property or anything like that. But then it is only right that when a woman gets married to a man, she bears his name, no matter the status, or the kind of influence that her own surname came with. Then she has to leave it behind and then bear her husband's name. So what do you think? Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding? You also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. Call in and tell us what you think. Can a bride keep her father's name after the wedding, or should she have to maybe say she has to do it because that is the way it is done? And you know how it is, there are so many things surrounding that. Hello? Okay, we lost that. Maybe call back again. And just to put it out there, I'll give an example first before I come to my point. If you detect smoke, like if you see something unusual, maybe you're in a place and it's not usually smoky, there's no smoke. If you detect smoke in that kind of place, then if you ignore it, the smoke might fill up everywhere. And especially if you don't know what that smoke is, you don't know if it's something that might, end everyone, or it's something that will be good for everyone. So you don't ignore that smoke and say, well, it's not doing anything now, or it's not reaching my side yet, or no one in my family has done this yet, or this is my own belief and this and that yet. If you see something happening, my point is, if you see something happening, then we talk about it. We don't keep it and say, well, if we talk about it, then other people will get to know, and then they will also do it, and influence younger people to get into things or this and that. You actually have to talk about something because it's actually happened. You don't ignore it because it's not out there yet, and all of that. So the aim of places like this, especially here, if you find yourself on if you find yourself on Asking Radio, then we are talking about issues that actually matter, issues that affect us all. So you don't wait for it to come to your door yet. What if one day one of your daughters wake up and you're of the opinion that a bride should always bear her husband's name, and then your daughter wakes up and say, I saw this somewhere. You might think it's not out there, but it's out there. If something should come to mind, then it's actually happening. So we don't wait for it to come to our doors yet. We talk about them. So what do you think? It's Saturday's for Weddings on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning we are talking about the bride's maiden name. So can a bride keep her father's name or not? What do you think? Can a bride maintain her father's name even after the wedding, after she has gotten married and all of that? You also can call in to be part of this conversation. And the number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. Hello. Okay, maybe try and call back again because that did not catch up. Can a bride keep her father's name? Can she continue to answer her father's name even when she has gotten married to her husband and all of that? Do you think it's something that should be her choice, whether she wants to, or is this something that maybe even if you're coming from a perspective of culture and all of that? Because if we say we're even coming from culture demands this, then we see that different things are happening and people are slowly diverting from. Hello? Yes, good morning. Yeah, thank you so much. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Engineer Sunday. I'm calling from Donbass, Napoli.
All right, welcome to the show, Engineer Sunday.
Yes, I think when you marry, when you are in your father's house, they are called, let's say if your father is a conqueror and you are Janet, you are Miss Janet or conqueror. That's the thing. Then when you are married, your husband's name showing that you are married, then the same Mrs. Janet Alabi.
Okay.
So if you are married and you are still bearing Janet your conqueror, and Mrs. Janet your father,
okay.
Your father's side. So that's the controversy. So the issue is that about asking husband is to show that you are not a married person. That's why you are Mrs. somebody.
Okay.
If you care about your maiden's name so much, you can say Mrs. Janet Alabi, May Conquer. If your father's name was going to exist, it's important. You cannot be jeopardized. Mrs. Janet Alabi, May Conquer, and that does it. If you are married, I say you are still Janet Conquer. So how do they address you?
Okay.
This is your father or what? So that's how it is. Let's get it clear. There's nothing about it. People are proud to be married. When they are married, answer your husband's name. Then you can put May, your father, so that people can know that you are a daughter of somebody. So the idea of maybe you are married now and you see your father is so important, it's all the lady. Remain unmarried now. It's a matter of choice. Nobody force anybody to marry. You are so much in love your father's day. Keep on bearing your father's day and be a peace in your father's house.
All right. Thank you so much, Engineer Sunday, for calling in to share that with us. Engineer Sunday is also talking about when people say, when people get married and their titles change. Now, well, the title is only added there to signify, because even if you don't call yourself, if you simply say, if you get married to your husband and take his name, and then and maybe his name is John and my name is John and Mary. If you don't call that Mrs., then nobody will actually know that you're married. So it's not adding the John that is your husband's name that is actually making you be a married person or to identify as a married person. The Mrs. or Miss, they stand on their own. But well, everyone has their own opinions, and it's been interesting hearing different sides and perspectives of viewing things. And at this point, we have come to the end of this session on this show. Thank you so much for calling in and participating, because at the end of the day, we don't see something and ignore. We are trying to talk about one of those things that are slowly chipping into society, because if you ignore them, one day they are fully there and we don't even know whether it's right or it's okay or not. And boom, they are already there and there's nothing to do about it anymore. So at the end of the day, marriage is about love, respect and understanding, not just tradition. For some, changing a name is a beautiful symbol of unity. For others, keeping a name is holding on to identity. Like we heard even our callers say, there's no one size fits it all answer, because in as much as some will say yes, this is how it's supposed to be, others are still saying they do not mind. And it doesn't even make we heard a caller who say it doesn't even make sense to him why a bride should even change her name to his, because he's not the one that birthed her. So at the end of the day, don't forget to remember to make smart choices, smart decisions, and stick to what you value most. And I've been with you on Saturdays for weddings. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior. Do not go anywhere, because coming up next at 1 p.m. is Speedy Kids right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And of course, enjoy music of your life until then.
AskingRadio.com app available on Android.